Alright. What to get before the Mistlands just in case? Well, first off, a whole bunch of arrows, specifically frost arrows. Talked about it in my best strat theory video. It's all about abusing the water and aquatic nature of the Mistlands. We want Frostner, making max, make a bunch of stacks of frost arrows. Just have some poison iron heads. Got some stacks of needle arrows, one stack of obsidian just hanging around, just my old arrows hanging around. I have a ton of feathers, freeze glands. I've got some obsidian over here, variety of coal. I have, of course, linen thread, some barley and flax. Any amount will do, as long as it's enough to jumpstart your plains farm when you world hop over to a Mistlands seed, which you probably should do. So you go to the Valheim World Viewer, link in description, and then you're going to look for a starting island with a Mistlands on it, which is pretty rare. I have found a seed, which I will link in the description. It has maple just by the spawn. It's got Mistlands on the starting island. It's got a good amount of swamp crypts, frost caves. It's got the trader on it. It's really good. Everything you could want. So nice. I got a whole bunch of metal. So these are just stragglers for like, got some extra tin in case we want to up our cauldron count, or just in case tin is needed for an alloy. I hope not. Extra bronze, copper, bunch of nails for long ship. Want extra ship material, just a couple of black metal hanging around, some of them smelted. You don't want to necessarily make and max certain things, other than like easy to make stuff. Like I mentioned prior, like the porcupine and the fang spear, those are like just in case make and max. But a lot of the black metal stuff has a lot of material, so it's better if you just have the raw materials not made, because you can't go back once you've crafted. And in here I have, this is the main important thing, bunch of bronze, iron. Use iron in big builds, but a priority is to set up a good food production with windmills and ovens for plains food. And after that, we can start building with iron. Silver for flesh rippers, making and maxing frostners, draugr if we need to, because there's going to be a big group of us. Making and maxing silver swords just in case. I don't know. Just have this material just in case. And then got a bunch of coins just in case. Maybe there's like a new merchant in the Mistlands. I know that they said that at some point they might be adding in like Haldor's cousins, in which case one of them could be in the Mistlands. So we have a bunch of coins, a bunch of valuables hanging around. We have quite a bit of chain here just in case. Of course, we have our Yagla thing, which is a placeholder that we're definitely going to need for the Mistlands. And yeah, I think I covered it. We got a bunch of stone, but that's easy to get. A variety of food and ingredients that we just kind of have stocked up. Blood pudding, so good. Lox meat pie, of course. Bread, really solid. We should have way more of this, but that's okay. At least we have some that'll get us to the initial journeys, and that will also have us sated just in time for us to get our own production going over on that world. Of course, whole bunch of mead stockpiles. We're gonna need that medium healings, crazy amount of medium healings, fire resistance wine just in case. Of course, medium stamina, whole bunch of tasty mead, bunch of the resistances just in case. Just keep stockpiling your potions. have fermenter material. That's part of the reason why I also got some bronze. It's good to have a whole bunch of fermenters, especially because there are situations where we could want poison res, you know, like later on, like, okay, like we want poison res for the swamp, but then there's also the growths in the plains. We want frost res for the mountains, but there could be something later on in the mistlands. Like, I don't know. Luckily for us, we have frost res on apes and Fenris coat now, so that's not going to be too big of a deal. But maybe we're going to need fire res for the, well, we probably want it for the ashland. So it's good to have a little stockpile here and there. It's also good to have bring over like some of your old gear. Like, we've got some iron bucklers here that I can bring over. We've got the Hall of Fame weaponry just kind of hanging out in here that I can bring over. These are just aesthetic, except for the sledge. Love the sledge, make the sledge. But these are all really, really good. So if we need to bring these over for people, we can. But yeah, I'll definitely bring them over at the very least for aesthetics once I have... once we have everything set up. Probably gonna bring over the all of this comfort stuff with the beds, everything that takes like bronze and other metals. Probably bring over like the cartography table, this long table. That's also a good reason to have iron. A stone cutter I'll bring over. Basically just like moving everything over to that good seed. Well, everything that we can't easily craft, so I don't recommend bringing over a lot of wood unless it's like fine wood or ancient bark, which I have a bunch set up. Otherwise, let me know if I missed anything, and I'll see you guys some other time.